I'm Susan Sadie. Welcome to Susan's Cooking School. Today we'll be making a wonderfully versatile pizza dough. To a half of a cup of lukewarm water, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of dry active yeast, and then we'll sprinkle 1 teaspoon of sugar on top of that. We'll give it a gentle stir, and then we'll let this sit until it is nice and foamy. Well, our yeast is ready. As you can see, it's nice and foamy, and this took about 15 minutes. So now we're going to prepare our dough. We have here
1.5 pounds
of high protein bread flour. I'm using King Arthur special flour. We're going to add the rest of our ingredients. We have some extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon. I'm adding 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. I'm going to add 1 1/4 cups water. And I'm going to add my yeast mixture. Now we're going to mix this into a dough. We'll start in the bowl and incorporate our ingredients, and then we're going to dump it out onto the counter and knead it. If you need to add extra liquid, or if the dough feels too wet and you want to add extra flour, this is the time to do it. Through experience, you'll begin to notice whether your dough has the right proportion of ingredients. On a humid day, you may need to add less water, and if it's dry in the winter, you may need to add a little more liquid. So I've got my ingredients incorporated. Now I'm going to start the kneading process. Just bring everything together and begin to knead. Your dough should become smoother and less sticky as you continue kneading. First, I'm just going to try and incorporate all the bits of dough that came out of the bowl. And as it comes together more, I can actually start my kneading. I like to use a process that applies my whole body weight against the dough by rocking back and forth and kind of pushing and pulling the dough to me. This way it's not quite as tiring, and you can get a really strong knead, which is very important. We'll just continue this until the dough is smooth and thoroughly kneaded. There are a couple other kneading techniques that you can use, especially if your dough is a little sticky. My dough isn't sticky at all today, but one technique you can do is to pull the dough towards you and keep folding it over. And this will help if you have a particularly sticky dough. And you can keep folding the dough this way with the heel of your hand. This is a more traditional method, folding and pushing. But the dough tends to get a little tight when you do that and makes it a little difficult to continue kneading. So you can alternate back and forth between the 2 different methods of kneading. So you can see this is nice and smooth now. It's not too dry. So we're going to round the dough, and we do this by folding over, bringing the dough together, and making a smooth surface along the top that's going to hold in all the carbon dioxide produced by our yeast. Make it nice and light. So I've rounded my dough. Now we're going to place it right back in our bowl that we mixed it in, and cover it, and let it sit till it's about risen double. Well, you can tell it's risen. Now, one of the ways to tell if it's risen enough is we'll just touch the dough gently and see if the indentation stays. Well, you can see that stayed pretty nice. So now this dough is ready to be divided and rounded. Put a little flour on my counter. Scoop the dough out. And now we can divide this dough. I'm just going to sprinkle a little flour on top. You don't want to add too much flour. We'll divide this dough into some large pieces and then into some smaller ones. There's a couple larger ones, and now we'll do some small. These will be like individual syrup. And that's it.